All right, welcome everyone to the National Sim Racing League Truck Series presented by Elevated Outdoors. The Kansas 200, race number 2 of the season, about to be started, but we've got qualifying coming up first. Here we go, have the tower up, and as I said, qualifying about to get underway. And the first car on the track. First cars are on the track, just gotta find them here. And here we go, it's David Salter on the track early on. Again, welcome to the first broadcast race of the season. This is race number 2 on the season at Kansas Kansas Speedway. Here, and we gotta thank the sponsors real quick. Speed Demon Incorporated, Elevated Outdoors, and Affordable SEO and Marketing. But once again, we're taking a look at qualifying here. We will let them take some laps. David Salter, the first truck on the track currently. David Salter. Correction, Zach Scott, top of the board early. 31:44. He has quick time after one lap. Jimmy Barr goes quickest by a lot. Chris Lynn currently in second. As Salter comes out of turn number 4 to finish up his qualifying run, he is going to go top of the board, 30.93. It's 30.93 for David Salter. And Jimmy Barr should be finishing his here in the DraftKings Racing number 81. Jimmy Barr off of turn 4. Will Barr be quick time? No. David Salter holds his spot at the top of the board right now. Chris Lynn couldn't get any faster, but David Smeal up towards the top of the board here early on. He is currently in P3 with a 31:11, 31:11 on the board early on. Smeal out of turn 4 for his second lap. It's coming to a close. David Smeal does not get any faster than 31:21. First lap quicker at a 31:11, 31:11. Mark Sikosi out on track. He's around 31:48. Aaron Manfredonia's qualifying comes to an end. He goes 31:50, 31:50. He's going to be 7th on the board currently. And Jaden Bingman goes to the top of the board, a 30.92. Pretty much ties Sikosi. Take a look at Bingman here as he's going for his second lap. Jaden Bingman off of turn number 4. Second lap. Does not get any quicker. Still at in first, 30.92, 30.92. Currently your top 5 are, well, they just changed. Ryan Broderick goes up P3 on lap number 1 at 30.95, 30.95 in that number 1 machine. But now your top 5 sits Bingman, Salter, Broderick, Barr, and Smeal. Broderick looking to try to take the top spot there. His final time of this qualifying session. Final lap. Does not go faster at the 31 flat. And Ryan Broderick. On the track at the moment. Robinson. He is still 13th. Landon Lacey, last week's winner in the first race at Richmond, did not get broadcast, had some technical difficulties. This week, on the other hand, Landon Lacey looking to get a win in front of everybody. Been very competitive in the NSRL Cup Series. And the next gen cars have been just as successful early on in these trucks. As Lacey comes off of turn number 4, he's going to take the Kyle Milliken on the track. Lacey rides right around the wall. That's where going to be a lot of cars tonight, where a lot of guys really set themselves up to be. Kyle Milliken jumps up to P7. A good run of 31.16. And Lacey closes his first lap out of 30.3130. That puts him in 10th. Take a look over to Kyle Milliken. Looking to improve off of that 31.16. It looks like he just blew up. Kyle Milliken blows up in qualifying. He's not going to finish lap number 2. He finishes his top of the board quick time, 30.86, 30.86 for Landon Lacey, last week's winner. And now with 4 cars, three cars left here to go out and make a lap, and here is the guy everybody was looking for, Ashton Crowder. Set to come out onto the track. Slowly coming out onto the track. Not sure what he's... See what Crowder does here. He comes on the road, it looks like. Kayla Mccarthy also coming out onto the track here. Ashton Crowder, he's 6 for 6 in the NSRL Cup Series. Trying to go 1 for 1 in the NSRL Truck Series here. Crowder takes the green for his first qualifying. Straight away for the first time. See where Crowder is coming out of the door. First lap Crowder going to be 9.31.18, 3.118. Crowder. Time to be had here. Kayla Mccarthy coming in. She's going to go. 30.99 at 30.99 for Kayla Mccarthy. Turn back around, we see Ashton Crowder coming off of turn number 4. Crowder second right. Quick time, 30.75, 30.75. It says 30.74 on your screen. Ashton Crowder, fastest. Late qualifier. Kayla comes across the line. She runs slower on her second lap. She's going to qualify 7th so far with a 30.99, 30.99. 17 cars have come out on the track out of 18 scheduled here. Maddie Watkins is the only one left that we have not seen. And we will wait to see whether he does or not. They got about 30 seconds left to qualifying. It looks like he's just going to start in the back. And that should do your qualifying session here for the NSRL Elevated Outdoors Truck Series here at Kansas Motor Speedway. We'll return here in just a minute, but while we have a second, let's take a look at our race info here. Ignore the stage breaks. I'm not fully sure when the stage breaks are. Because I don't know I haven't seen how many laps we're running here tonight. Give me just a quick second. I can get that all figured out for us. So to go, and here we go. Your starting lineup here from Kansas Speedway goes like this. Ashton Crowder and Landon Lacey on the front row. Crowder on pole. Jaden Bingman and David Salter, row 2. Row 3 is Ryan Broderick and Jimmy Barr. Row 4, Kayla McCarthy and David Smeal. Row 5, Chris Lynn and Kyle Milliken. Row 6 is Briggs Swope and Mark Sikosi. Let's see here if it's going to move to the next set of drivers. And here we go, got it figured out. Starting in row number 7 is Zach Scott and Aaron Manfredonia. Ryan Chapman and Justin Dilson, row number 8. Row number 9, Alex Robinson and Maddie Watkins. And Josh Aaron, he's our race control. Sorry, Josh, you don't count tonight. And that is your grid for tonight's race here from Kansas Speedway. Give me just a quick second. Again, I will pull up and figure out. Apologies that I was not prepared to begin this situation. It is 134 laps. The stages are indeed 45 and 90. And then the final stage of the race ends at lap 134. And here we go, they're pulling off the grid. Take a look here. Landon Lacey on the front row. Gonna have Ashton Crowder on the inside. Should be getting set to take the green flag when they come out from turn number 4. With that said, here we go. Race number 2 of the NSRL Elevated Outdoors Truck Series. Set to get underway here. Pace car truck is off, and here we go. Green flag in the air at Kansas Speedway. Ashton Crowder. Pull ahead here as we go into turn number 1. We are underway again, race number 2 of the season. Landon Lacey, last week's winner, already trying to make a look to the outside of Crowder. Not going to happen. Back in line. Top 3, single file. A little further back here.
All right, man. Caution is out. Caution is out.
Already. Here, 1 lap complete. And take it back in. Got the replay. Very slow. Coming around the outside. It looks like somebody's around already. Yeah, it looks like David Smeal's already around, and 2 cars involved that probably should not have been. Let's see here. Let's go back a little bit here. Let's go back here and take a look at that from Smeal. No, it is David Salter who went around. So Salter's around here, and we'll go back a little bit. Try to figure out what happened. Looks like Ryan Broderick gets into the corner and just snaps loose and goes down, catches it, and nowhere to go from Watkins. Wow. multiple others. Looks like Maddie Watkins, Zach Scott, Justin Hills all involved in this accident. We go back live here. First caution of the day. And again, it's for that 88 of David Salter. Now, everybody does have a faster car tonight. It would be kind of a little insane if we didn't. Because lap 3 and we would have 5 or 6 cars out of the race already. Justin is back out on the track. He was involved in that wreck. Big swope up there in the 97. He's back on the track. David Salter not currently on the track. Three laps in the books here. Ashton Crowder out front, Landon Lacey, Jaden Bingman, Ryan Broderick, and Kayla Mccarthy. Kayla, however, not the biggest mover. The biggest mover so far is we're going to give it to Aaron Manfredonia, as he is up 4 spots from the start of the race. He's up to 10. He's also tied. Ryan Chapman is also up 4 spots. He's currently sitting in the 11th rank now. Our biggest loser so far happens to be David Salter. Unfortunately, he is back 12 spots after the spin. Salter out of the race, it looks like. As Alex Robinson and Maddie Watkins are going to come back on the track and pass him. So David Salter's night is done here in the NSRL Truck Series race here at Kansas, the Kansas 200. As we wait here, we will turn around and give a shout out to the sponsors once again. Elevated Outdoors, Speed Demon Inc., and Affordable SEO and Marketing. All those brands are fantastic, just like the drivers we have out on the track tonight. And it looks like the lights are going to go out on the pace car here as they cross the start finish line. We're going to be ready to go green once again. Down backstretch for the final time under caution during this caution. Green once again. Jaden Bigman's had a really good start to the race, qualified really well. He's currently in third place. Ryan Broderick as well has been very good so far this season. Let's see if that continues for him as well. David Smeal 5th, Kayla McCarthy 5th, David Smeal 6th. Here we go.
Green flag, green flag.
Top 3 out front. Bigman running second. He got around Landon Lacey. Bigman goes to the high side. He's going to get left behind. Landon Lacey back up to second. Kayla McCarthy up to fourth. Aaron Manfredonia up 6 spots. Lacey goes to the high side. He's up to first, and he gets the spot right back to Bigman. They come off of turn number 2. Broderick sideways off of 2. A heck of a save. side, I feel like we would see a lot in the Cup Series as well. Over Kayla Mccarthy, or over Landon Lacey, who has about 3 tenths over Kayla. But Alex Robinson looks like he's about to break. Maddie Watkins is still trying it. As long as they can continue getting active, as long as nobody else goes last round, Watkins will be able to get the will be able to get the free pass and find himself up on the lead line. Looks like we have a battle for second place. Kayla Mccarthy in the bottom. Trying to get a run on Landon Lacey. Lacey's running on the high side. He's right up by the wall. Looks like Lacey's trying to make. Oh no! Out. We'll regroup and try again. Set of 2 cars here. Mark Coach is back shot. Back shot's been pretty solid. Really honestly, Scott and Cozy have a little bit of a battle here. Zach having a really, really tough battle in the front here. Scout's going to get by and move on. Jimmy Barr gets around. Ashton Crowder, all alone. Jaden Bingman gets around Kayla Mccarthy. He's back up to third. It looks like from fourth on back, they're starting to fall off. Another 6 on the top four. Really fast. Now, it looks like Kayla's even starting to fall off a little bit. May have used her stuff up trying to get to the front as early as she did. Zach Scott, our big mover on the night so far. He's up to 5 spots to 8. 20 laps into the race, 21 laps into the race. As David Smeal gets around Kayla Mccarthy. McCarthy's having some trouble here. It looks like Milliken. It looks like she's made some contact here as a. Maybe not. It looks like she has a chance. She's falling back all the way to 7th now, but battling with Ryan Broderick. Gets around him. Kayla McCarthy. That's going to be a story to watch. Are they using up tires that quickly? It's only again the last race. But it's been a pain, but also but Kyle Milliken right now. Key number of 5 positions gained. As Bingman gets around Landon Lacey. He did it with ease down the backstretch too. Jaden Bingman starting to kind of pull away and flex his muscle early on. Power back up and see. Kyle Milliken up into 4th place now. Smeal's having a pretty solid race. Mistake that he was involved in the first wreck. He was not able to kind of easy to confuse him. Milliken's got some damage on that front end, and we've seen the damage kind of hurt Kayla in her car. McCarthy place. Milliken seems to have a pretty strong car right now. Big up the company back there. Jimmy Barr caught up to him. Now it's a 3 car back. Here with these guys. Have about 7 stays. Mark gets around Scott. Scott looked like he was on the wall, and Jimmy Barr's going to go right around him as well. Barr's some bad luck, as of late had a really tough run in the National Sim races. Ran just a few times, actually just last night. Had a tough go at things. Had a tough run, really, in the Cup Series. But he's had a couple top 5 finishes as of late. Overall, a pretty tough season throughout now the middle part of the season. Just like Crowder is up to almost 2.2 second lead over Jake So, but Jimmy Barr and Mark he's going to clear him going into turn number 3. Gets around Jaden Bateman. We'll go through the field here for a minute. Ashton Crowder, your race leader. Let's see here. Ashton Crowder, your race leader. Number 27, Toyota. Led the majority of the laps so far. If I'm not mistaken, started first. Take a look at Jaden Bigman here. Got really good run here early on in this race. The guy that won last week, Landon Lacey, not having a terrible race, but by his standards, definitely not the race he wanted. He finds himself in third turn. Milliken running in fourth. Number 4 in working his way back up to about 5 seconds back in Crowder. Kayla Mccarthy in full respected. She looks like her car is better. having a terrible race. Trying to push through as again we are coming close to the end of the game. 8 laps to go now. As they cross the road. Running pretty well here. Solid day right now. He's actually up 4 spots on his starting spot 15. Zach's got bad here. Had a pretty good start to the race. He looks like he's had better days now. Right now, probably like a lot of people who are behind Ashton Crowder, waiting for his offense. Justin Hill finds himself in 13th place right now. Aaron Macedonia 14th and Christopher Lamb 15th. He was involved in that lap 2 crash as well. Found a way to put himself on the lead lap. Move on. And let's not forget Matty Watkins riding it out right now. He is 2 laps down, but should be the pretty fast car. How about this? Kyle Milliken getting around Jaden Bigman. He's going to find himself in 2nd place right now. Milliken, right now, though, running a really good race. He's up 8 spots. That is by far the most of anybody. That doubles anybody who's even behind him right now. Second most is 4. Turn number 3. Looks like there's a battle back here between Ryan Broderick and Briggs Swope. We'll take a look at them too. Broderick's going to hold on to the Crowder coming out of turn number 4 right now. 2 laps to go here in the stage. Ashton Crowder has pulled away to an almost 8.5 second lead at this current time. Crowder running away with it at the moment. Off of turn number 2. I wonder if he's going to just let Chris Lynn have the spot. I mean, or keep himself on the lead lap. Got again. It looks like he's going to. He's got a 7. He's second lead now. 6, 7 tenths of a second. For the last lap, as they come around through 1 and 2 for the final time here in stage number 1. Ashton Crowder, far and away outclassing the competition early on in this race. Ashton Crowder going to win stage number 1 here in
All right, man. Caution is out. Caution is
Kyle
out.
Milliken going to be second. Jaden Bingman fourth. Correction. Kyle Milliken second. Jaden Bingman third. Landon Lacy fourth. Kayla Mccarthy fifth. Greg Swope sixth. Mark Zagosi seven. Jimmy Barr eighth. Brian Broderick ninth. And David Smeal rounds out your top 10. Those 10 will receive stage points. To talk about so far through that first stage, Kyle Milliken. And we're going to bring Milliken up here, as a matter of fact. Got a chance to talk with him. Kyle Milliken, Tyler Isley in the broadcast with me. You got me?
Yeah, I got a copy.
Man, a hell of a first stage. You're running second place. You have by far outgained everybody else in the field. 8 positions early on that first stage. Is there any? Looks like you got some damage on the front of the car. Tell us how it went.
I think it might have helped a little. Everyone checked up on the restart there. I don't know if somebody spun their tires or what, but I got on the back of Kayla. I think she got in the back of somebody else.
All right, I see you guys are coming down pit road here. But yeah, just wanted to say, great first stage, and we look forward to maybe seeing you up here later on at the end of the stage 3.
We'll see.
All right, man. That's Kyle Milliken. Again, finished second in stage number 1. But again, your biggest mover so far in the race. While we have a second, let's shout out our sponsors here today. Elevated Outdoors, Affordable SEO, and Speed Demon Incorporated. Speed Demon Incorporated, any setups you need from asphalt to dirt racing, Speed Demon Setups is the place to go. Speed Demon Setup Shop. Also, of course, now offering Speed Demon TV, your own broadcasting requirements, whatever they may be. Ask Speed Demon TV. Should be able to get you guys a pretty decent deal on all that. And also Speed Demon Paint Shop. Got a lot of really good painters out there in the world of iRacing. Speed Demon Incorporated has to be at the top of your list anytime you need a new paint made. And with that, it looks like everybody's coming out of pit road now. Looks like Milliken lost a little bit of time, probably trying to fix some of that damage. Same with Kayla McCarthy, and she's back in 10th. So Milliken went from +8 to +2. Ryan Chapman had a really good pit stop. He finds himself up in the top 5 right now in that number 7 machine. He looks like he's going to have a pretty fast piece here throughout stage number 2. Landon Lacy gets off of pit road first. Ashton Crowder back to 12th. Must have had a pretty long pit stop. There's going to be Lacy and Bingman in row 1. Mark Zakosi and Briggs Swope. How about Mark up there in the top 3? Must have had another really good pit stop as well. Ryan Chapman, Ryan Broderick, Justin Diltz, Kyle Milliken, Aaron Manfredonia, and Kayla McCarthy. That's around your top 10 out here.
Hey, someone told us that your voice is a little bit low, so if you can turn your voice up a little bit.
Okay, I could have, yeah, gotcha. That is the great Justin Diltz letting me know that my voice was too low. So, hopefully it's better to hear, and you guys can hear me a little better. Is this better? Anybody who's hearing it? right now. I didn't realize, hadn't been paying too much attention. Either way, the pace lights are out, and they're going to come around and take the green flag here in stage number 2. Landon Lacey, Jaden Bingman are going to be the top 2 as we get set to go here. Pace car is off. Green flag's in the air. Landon Lacey gets a beautiful jump. And he's got him cleared by 2 to 3 truck lengths, as they'll be going into turn number 1. Through 1 and 2, Lacey way out in front. Mark Sikosi up to second. Makes a pretty good pass there on Jaden Bingman. And here we go. Bingman down to the inside, trying to get back around Sikosi. Does not want to let Lacey get away too early in the stage. Again, stage number 2 rules until lap number 90. And we'll take a look back into the field here as Ashton Crowder, guy who ran away with stage number 1, looks like he's having some problems here early on stage number 2. Finds himself in 9th place. I mean, he's actually gained a few spots since the restart. I believe he restarted in 11th, so he's gained a couple spots. Well, he's going to find time to pick his way through the field, maybe trying to make things interesting. Taking a look here. Bingman out front. Landon Lacey falling way back. He's now to 3rd. Not sure what happened, but Jaden Bingman is now your race leader. Got exciting action all over the racetrack. 3 wide out of turn number 4. Thought there might have been some contact about to happen between Broderick and I believe that was Chapman back there. Look at Briggs Swope in the top 5. He's running 4th right now. Ryan Broderick finding himself in 6th. Or 5th, correction. And Mark Sikosi, look at this, taking a trip to the inside. Trying to get around Jaden Bingman. Put the 91 out front. Mark Sikosi going to lead him off at turn number 4. Briggs Swope following closely to Bingman and Lacey right now, who are side by side for 2nd place. Bingman's had a good run. Landon Lacey all the way back. Oh no, he just had a, looks like he was blinking just a little bit. For a second it looked like he fell all the way back outside of the top 10. Quick lap car update. Matty Watkins is 1 lap down. He got the free pass. While Zach Scott is a lap down as well. Now, not sure how he got there, but he is a lap down. Also want to point out the rear end of Jaden Bingman's car. It looks pretty beat up on the left rear. So we'll have to see what happens there. Landon Lacey makes the pass. There is a huge gaggle of cars right now just sitting behind them, starting with Briggs Swope and Ryan Broderick. Having a tough time right now figuring out what they need to do to make some passes. Looks like Broderick's figured it out. He's on the inside, and Ryan Broderick got a little loose coming out of turn number 2. Almost went it around. Almost took it around. Able to save it and keep it going in the right direction. Look back behind here. Ashton Crowder in 6th. He just got around Aaron Manfredonia. Look back here a little further. Our biggest mover in stage number 1. Not moving too far here in stage number 2. He's actually fallen out of the draft. Kyle Milliken. Way back here in 11th place right now. I'm not sure what's going on with his vehicle, but Ashton Crowder's found himself all the way up into the top 6. Restarted the stage in 11th. And look at Mark Sikosi out front. 58 laps complete here at Kansas Speedway. And it took a while, but we finally found him out front. Sikosi out front, and we'll fall back in line here. This is a really big group of cars and a really huge battle, honestly. We take a look here. We're watching here the battle for what I believe is going to be anywhere from second on back to sixth. Broderick getting loose off of turn number 2. Crowder might have checked up there. Swope has nowhere to go. Just shoves Broderick down the back straightaway. Best thing you can do in that situation. It looks like Landon Lacey and Bingman have caught up to Mark Sikosi. It looks like they may end up side by side down once we hit turn number 1. Sikosi stays out front. Lacey and Bingman having a battle of a lifetime in second. You think they're battling for the lead right now the way this is going. Bingman holds strong. He stays second for the time being. Lacey drops back in line and going to regroup and maybe try it again here in a few laps. Ryan Broderick in 4th. Ashton Crowder up to 5th now as Bingman taking a look to the inside. Will Jaden Bingman be able to take the lead here on lap number 62? To the inside goes to 26. Bingman out front. And he's clear of Sikosi, and Lacey gets clear as well. So the top 2 look a little familiar. Jaden Bingman and Landon Lacey. Mark Sikosi looks like he's starting to fall off here. The car's starting to kind of go away from him. And here comes Ashton Crowder to the inside of Ryan Broderick. Looks like he's going to make the pass easily. Going to get around Broderick, and he may even be able to make a run at Mark Sikosi here before the time's over. Crowder to the inside here at turn number 3, and just like that, the top 3. Yeah, it's a familiar sight. Just a different order. Bingman, Lacey, Crowder. Top 3 is lap 64 comes to an end. I'm going to go back here and take a look at Kyle Milliken, who just now got around Aaron Manfredonia. Manfredonia in the wall. And a great job of him, though, just kind of hold it up there and stay out of everyone's way. Trying not to make a bad situation worse for everybody. Take a look at Kayla McCarthy. She's got a really beat-up race truck right now. We'll see if she's able to make it back up towards the front. Hopefully she can get it figured out. Very talented driver, just having a hard time get up there. Landon Lacey gets around Jaden Bingman. And we've got a new leader once again, Landon Lacey up front. Bingman down to the inside. Understanding now that Kyle Milliken and Kayla McCarthy both had some pretty hard contact on the initial restart of stage number 2, the initial start of stage 2, and that is why McCarthy's car looks all mangled. Milliken's car didn't look too awful bad. Oh, Bingman up into the wall, and that's gonna give Ashton Crowder second place. Ryan Broderick gets by, or trying to get by. Broderick's gonna try to enter way too low on the tracks. Fortunately, everybody else is paying attention. Does not cause anything more than it needed to. And Broderick, as I've said multiple times this race, Broderick's going to have to regroup and get back up there into the back. Mark Sikosi gets around him, so Broderick falls all the way back to 7th. Looks like Milliken's starting to catch back up now. He's having a pretty solid little run back towards the front, and he's in 8th right now. Trying to look at his car. It doesn't look like he's got a whole lot of damage. Maybe a little bit on the right rear, unless all the damage is on the right side towards the wall. It doesn't even look that bad. Milliken to the outside of Broderick. Kyle Milliken move him up to 7th place. And we're going to go back up to the front for just a second because it looks like it's going to get good. Ashton Crowder right up the tailgate of Landon Lacey right now. Crowder going to look to the outside almost for sure in turns 1 and 2. And it looks like Crowder's car just comes to life after a certain amount of laps. I mean, it's just insane the way this thing just does not lose pace at any point. Take a look at the last 5 laps here from these drivers. And, I mean, you can just see how much faster Crowder is as he gets around him finally. Lacey that last lap, 2/10 slower. See if we can come with something here. Take a look at the lap times there. Yeah, sorry. Crowder out front, pulling away about 3/10 up. Briggs Swope running in 3rd right now. Having a pretty solid run himself. He's up 8 spots. And again, we talked about Kyle Milliken, no longer the biggest mover of this race. Ryan Chapman is now the biggest mover. He is up 10 spots through the first stage and a half. Still got about 20 laps to go here in stage number 2. So it looks like Sikosi, Milliken, and Broderick are having a little bit of a battle here. Milliken got a really fast car. I understand we were told from race control he had some contact that we missed with Kayla McCarthy on the initial restart. But does not seem as though we've had any issues there. I'd love to be able to go back and maybe see if we can take a look at the restart there and maybe see. Oh! Broderick and Milliken make some contact. Almost had a wreck. Would have been our first caution since lap number 3. Or since lap number 2. But Broderick falls back in line. Great job to save it. Ryan Chapman up to 4th. Chapman's having a great run here today, and he's catching up to Bingman as well. Maybe a chance to take 3rd away. Chapman started this race in 15th. And has found his way all the way up to 4th place as of right now. Chapman, Bingman, Swope, all battling each other. It looks like Swope's going to make the pass on Chapman, so Chapman's going to fall back to 5th. Swope finds his way up to 4th. And looking like he's going to... Oh, he got really loose on the entrance to 3 there. Great save, but the guys are catching up, and Kyle Milliken is back in the picture once again. Oh, I see where Milliken's got all the damage now. It's on the left rear. See it now. Oh, that might have been from the contact with Broderick, as a matter of fact. So I don't know if that's even from the incident with Kayla McCarthy earlier on the restart. Continue taking a look. Again, only 3 cars out of this race. We still have 16 on track. Zach Scott right now is, in fact, He's the second car a lap down. The first car 1 lap down was Matty Watkins, who ever since, again, since the initial caution, the first caution of the race on lap 2, just kind of riding around right now. Going to see what happens. We'll probably see him back on a lead lap at the end of the stage. Unless they get caught by the 2 leaders. Ashton Crowder, we see him well out front. About getting up there close to a second ahead of Landon Lacey, who's had a lot better of a run here in this second stage. I mean, we haven't talked much about him, and again, he was your inaugural winner in the truck series. He just, I mean, I don't think anybody's got it for Ashton Crowder today. Guys running extremely well. Kyle Milliken up here, again running 4th place. Gets around Jaden Bingman. Bingman's fallen back a little bit. Briggs Swope actually has found himself up into 3rd place at the current time. Milliken stays ahead of Bingman after a little bit of a battle, and looks like Mark Sikosi's going to try to make a run to the inside of Bingman. Move Mark up to 5th for the time being. He's going to clear him off of 2. Bingman looks like he's going to try to cross him over. Not going to have him. Mark got extremely loose off of 2, it looked like. Sikosi and Bingman contact. Sikosi saves it. Broderick up in the wall, and Chapman gets by. Broderick's been on the wrong end of a couple deals so far in this race, and it seems like tonight's gone from bad to worse. He's got a lot of damage. Kyle Milliken already up to 3rd. Is he going to be able to take a spot away and get 3rd place back? Milliken's been on a tear tonight. I mean, he's the only guy that has the kind of speed that Crowder does over the long run. It's just he's been mired in traffic. Will he be able to have a solid pit stop here at the end of the stage and get himself back and keep himself up front? We got 8 laps to go here in the stage. Ashton Crowder, we see him out front now by 3.5 seconds. That's ever growing, as a matter of fact. Aaron Manfredonia is back here. He is the last car on the lead lap. Should he go a lap down, that would really hurt a guy like Matty Watkins, who happens to be even further behind him. Christopher Lynn, the second car a lap down, or second car from the back of the lead lap, running in 13th right now. Let's talk about this guy for just a second. Justin Dilt's running up here in the top 10 currently. We got to get his picture up here. I mean, he's running a pretty solid race. He's just staying out of trouble. He's got one of the cleaner trucks on the track right now in terms of damage. He's just doing what he's got to do. I know he got involved in an early incident, but ever since then, he's been running pretty solid. And David Smeal right behind him. Smeal, you got to think he's just kind of waiting until the end of the stage, get some of that stuff fixed, and back out on the track, and maybe run up towards the front. Once they get it fixed, Smeal was really fast in in practice. Shocked that he hasn't had better speed here in this race. Another guy that I can say the exact same thing about is Jimmy Barr. I mean, he was another one that was pretty solidly quick throughout practice, and he just hasn't really had a great run here throughout the race. It looks like he's got a lot of left or right rear damage right now, so perhaps getting that fixed up at the end of the stage may get him a chance back in the get back in the game. With that being said, we're going to take a look back up here in second place. Landon Lacey running all by himself, about 4 seconds off of Ashton Crowder probably going to grow to 4 seconds at some point. It says 3.5 right now. I guess it shrunk a lot. Kyle Milliken has found his way around Briggs Swope for third. Milliken having a great race. If he can just stay out of trouble, I think he'll be one to watch throughout the throughout this third and final stage. Can also go talk about Ryan Broderick, who's another guy that if he can just stay out of trouble and stay clean throughout the rest of the race, he'll be in a good spot. Like right there, another situation where it came pretty close. Looks like he's fighting a loose truck right now. Ryan Chapman directly in front of him, just kind of riding around. Jaden Bingman, he's been really good today. Really, really fast. He got in the wall earlier on in this stage and has fallen back pretty heavily from there. So maybe getting his truck fixed will be what he needs. And now we're going to look here at Ashton Crowder, who with 2 laps to go, or 3 laps to go, coming to 2 to go next time by, led the majority of the first stage, fell back to 11th at the end of the first stage after pit stops. And now we see him back up here once again. I mean, what a run so far for Ashton Crowder, who's now out front. And with 2 laps to go, the pits are closed. And Crowder has no reason to do anything other than just ride this out. And for this final lap, take a look behind, see absolutely nothing. We'll take a look out front though. Crowder all by himself. Here we'll take a look. See the car in front of him, that's Aaron Manfredonia. Final lap of stage number 2 as well. And as they come off of turn number 4, Ashton Crowder, he's going to win and sweep the 2 stages here at Kansas. Caution comes out as that does in the stage. As we said, Ashton Crowder, Landon Lacey, Kyle Milliken, Briggs Swope, Mark Sikosi, your top 5. Jaden Bingman, Ryan Broderick, Ryan Chapman, David Smeal, and Justin Diltz, your top 10 in stage number 2. And with that being said, it's only right that we bring them down. Ashton Crowder, winner of stage number 2. Ashton, you fell back in the pit cycle there at the end of stage number 1 and worked your way patiently up to the front. And once you got up there, you just ran away, man. It's looking like it might be your night here at the end of stage number 3.
Well, thank you for jinxing me here, Tyler. No, it's a really good truck. It's a great track for me. Time in the Coke Series thus far. Sorry if you can hear some noise in the background. I'm watching the National Championship. But it's been a really good track for me in the Coke Series, Peak Series thus far. I think I may have gone a top 10 here, which is pretty good. So yeah, it's been smooth sailing so far. Hopefully we continue that. I don't know though.
Yeah, so far it's been one heck of a run, and look forward to seeing stage number 3, and best of luck to you.
Appreciate that, man.
All right, that is Ashton Crowder, winner of both stages here in tonight's race. And again, while we have a moment, let's shout out the sponsors here tonight. Speed Demon Incorporated. If you need anything, paint schemes, broadcasts, setups, go to Speed Demon. They have some of the best stuff out there in terms of every one of those departments. Now, I may not be doing a great job in terms of the broadcasting side, but trust me, we have some really good broadcasters as well. Check them out. Also, Elevated Outdoors and Affordable SEO. Check both those out if you're in the Syracuse area, need some marketing, SEO services. affordable SEO is the way to go. So with that and stage 2 being done, pit stops being done, looks like Crowder's out front here, Milliken's up there. We're going to bring one more guy in here for tonight's race, or who's had a really strong run. And that's going to be the number 97 of Brig Swope. Brig, you're having a really solid run today. Been up front. The majority of stage number 2 had a really solid 4th place finish in that stage. What's your plan coming out here in stage number 3?
I'd like to get up front here and stay there and keep myself up with the leaders. I've kind of fell off the top 2 trucks there and bit myself a couple times, but hopefully in this stage we can stay up there with the top guys and maybe pull out a win here.
Yeah, you're having a really good run, especially bouncing back after that incident on lap number 2. Just really running a very solid race, and it's always good to see you up in the front, man. So hopefully that can continue for you, and wish you the best of luck.
Awesome, man. Thank you.
Yeah, not a problem. All right, that was Brig Swope. I put him in the wrong place. So give me just a second. Let me make sure I put him back in the right chat. And yeah, that will do it for interviews up until the end of this race. Again, we're seeing some amazing racing. I mean, one caution so far in this race, lap number 2. Now that is the one caution we've had that was not for a stage break. So yeah, Josh, it happens. It happens. But like I was saying, one caution that wasn't the stage break. There wasn't a stage break. And we look here now, 95 laps complete. One car in this entire race is not on lead lap, and that happens to be Zach Scott. So if there's another accident, he should be the free pass car. We look now, Matty Watkins is going to have a chance to really show what he's got. He's going to be on the lead lap now, running in 14th place at the moment. Has a chance to really, I mean, put on a good show. He's been a lap down since that first caution, and he was 2 laps down at one point. So now he's back on lead lap, has a chance to have a really solid run here at the end. Maybe come away with a top 10. You never really know. As we go back to the front, the pace truck, or the pace car, lights are out on it, and we're going to go back racing here in just a few moments. Lacey, Crowder, Milliken, Swope, Bingman, or Sikosi and Bingman, Broderick and Smeal, and Chapman and McCarthy. Here we go. Final stage. Green flag in the air, and then Lacey leads him to the green. He's going to have a whole truck length advantage as they go down into turn number 1. Ashton Crowder running in second right now. Expect him to get back out front here soon. He's been dominant all afternoon, all evening. Kyle Milliken running third. Excited to see what he's going to be able to do as he turns around and has a chance to run in the top 3, top 2 even potentially if he can get up to the front. Everybody should be on as even a playing ground as they can, and we'll take a look in the back here. Matty Watkins on this restart alone, he is already up into 11th place. Restarted 14th, he's up to 11th. He's gained 7 spots. He started dead last on the racetrack. And Matty Watkins, we haven't talked about him much, but he's having a pretty solid run. Now and again, back on the lead lap, he's chasing down Ryan Chapman. Maybe a chance at the top 10 here. Back out front, we got Ashton Crowder, Landon Lacey, Ashton Crowder, and Kyle Milliken. Milliken to the outside here, trying to make a run on that 27 car. of Ashton Crowder. He's up to the outside, not going to get the run. Jaden Bingman, he finds himself back up into 4th place. He's had an amazing night so far, running really well with the top 2. The only one who's really had anything for them that we know of. And look at Ryan Broderick. He's trying to make a move to the outside. Not going to happen, at least not right there. Broderick and Bingman look like they're going to have a battle here as we take a look. Broderick sends it into turn number 3. Can he get it to stick? It looks like he got it. I mean, he may not hold on to the position for long, but for right now, Broderick should. Oh, Broderick got the apron there. He had to really check up and get off the gas. David Smeal's had a pretty solid run here himself, but he had to check up so bad from the Broderick situation, and now Kayla McCarthy's found herself up in the 6th. She's had a great run this evening. Or actually, I take it back. She's had a very, very lackluster run, but she's trying her best here with about 33 to go, 34 to go here in this race. McCarthy is trying to make up for whatever's gone wrong so far this evening for her in her camp. Right now, Landon Lacey is out front by about 0.2 of a second over Ashton Crowder, Kyle Milliken, and Jaden Bingman. Those 3 are really right on his tail. Take a look there. You can watch that top 4 go through. Bingman and Crowder. Kayla McCarthy up in the 5th now. She's going to try to chase down that top 4 and maybe make a run. Saw her in the top 3 earlier this evening as we saw something wild happening back here. Maddie Watkins up in the 8th. He's having a heck of a run ever since his restart. He's going to try to make the move underneath Ryan Broderick. Fantastic racing here all night, and really here as we've reached our way into the 3rd stage, it hasn't changed a bit. Maddie Watkins finds his way around Ryan Broderick. And Broderick's going to try to push him around David Smeal here. Or no, he almost tried to make it 3 wide. Thought better of it, and that was probably for the best, as that almost could have been the worst move of the race. Landon Lacey out front right now, but look who's found their way up to 3rd place. Kayla McCarthy. She's got to wait. Oh, and we got a caution. Cars around Kyle Milliken and Jaden Bingman. They make some contact. And that is our first non-stage break caution since lap number 2. And we'll get a look at it as, again, that's Milliken and Bingman. These 2 have had great runs all evening. And unfortunately, we have to see these guys fall back. We'll take a look here. Oh, Milliken just got really loose and cuts down the track, and both of them lock her down. They didn't hit anything, so should be able to just throw some tires on and get it back going. You know that's not what either of these guys wanted. Unfortunate. But a long ways to go. We've had another retirement from the race. Aaron Manfredonia has called it a night. He will find his way out of here in 16th place as we've got cars on pit lane. 105 laps complete here at Kansas Speedway. And it looks like Milliken's going to stay out here. One car stays out on the track. And we'll see how these pit stops go. The top 2 pit stalls are the ones you really want to watch right now, Lacey and Crowder. Looks like Lacey's going to be able to get out quick first. Landon Lacey wins the race off pit road. Ashton Crowder will be second and McCarthy third. How about Matty Watkins coming off of pit road in 5th place right now? I mean, he is running extremely well ever since getting back on the lead lap, and he bought his time and found his way up here. And now he's definitely going to be competing for maybe even a top 3, but it could even be competing for a win. Now, Kyle Milliken stayed out on the track, not really sure why he did go around. He was one of the cars involved in that previous incident. We'll see here. It looks like he's going to continue to stay out on the track. We'll see here what the ruling is. I don't know. It looks as though there's supposed to be or should be a EOL penalty coming out for every caution here. At least that's what is stated in the rule book. However, it does not at this time look like there is going to be one handed out. Not that there should be one. I think it was just a racing incident, but usually per NSRL rules that is the case. Just not looking like it's going to happen on this one. These guys should be setting up here. Pace lights should be coming out on this pace car here as they cross the start finish line. We will see. And they are. Milliken, Lacey, Crowder, McCarthy are going to be your top 4. All right, and our race control, Josh Aaron, lets us know racing control had to lift a little for Kayla, got loose and got into Bingman. So that is what it is. That's kind of how I would have looked at it myself. And now we move on. And with what's going to be 26 laps to go when we go back racing, Milliken is on the oldest tires right now of anybody on the track. Nobody else stayed out on track. We do have all 15 cars in the race now all on the lead lap, with Zach Scott getting his lap back due to the previous caution. So, great racing about to transpire here. I would not go anywhere. As again, 26 laps to go. Milliken, Lacey, Crowder, McCarthy, Watkins, Broderick, Smeal, Chapman, Swope, Sikosi, Barr, Bingman, Lynn, Diltz, and Zach Scott round out the field. Green flag back in the air. Kyle Milliken takes off. And it's time to pull the belts as tight as they've been all night. As Milliken goes through 1 and 2. And there's the product of old tires. Ashton Crowder, Kayla McCarthy, Landon Lacey, all going to just freight train right around the inside of Kyle Milliken. Add Matty Watkins into this mix as well. He's in the top 5. Yeah, 25 laps to go. Here in this race. Take a look at the different manufacturers within this race. We have 3 Toyotas, 5 Fords, and the rest are all Chevy here in this field. So it looks like the next 10 were all Chevys. There's some contact between, that looks like Chapman and Bingman as they were trying to avoid getting into Kyle Milliken. Not sure what's going on there, but we've got a battle for the lead. Landon Lacey on the inside of Ashton Crowder. And here we go. It's all about to get exciting here. "23 laps to go. 22 next time by as Lacey blinks a little bit on our screen here. Is he going to be able to clear Crowder? He will. Now remember, Crowder's had the long run truck throughout the night. Will he be able to get back by Lacey, or will he just wait it out? It looks like he's going to try to use his stuff up here. Or at least Lacey's going to try to force Crowder to use his stuff up. McCarthy falling right behind in line here in third place. "21 to go this time by. Landon Lacey out front. Ashton Crowder second. Kayla McCarthy third. Ryan Broderick in fourth. And how about David Smeal up there in the top 5, getting around Matty Watkins? Kyle Milliken holding on pretty well here, running up here with Bingman. I'm just going to let Bingman by. So I'll drop Milliken back to 8th. And the strategy call may not work in his favor. Take a look here at the battle between Smeal and Watkins. Both of which are running great races at the moment. A couple great comeback stories really in this race. I mean, Smeal's had damage for the majority of it and running just in the top 10, maybe just outside the top 10 at times. Matty Watkins was 2 laps down on lap 3, and the way the cautions were not falling, now he's found himself all the way back up in the top 5, and he's rolling right now. Landon Lacey out front, and you can tell how much these two out front respect each other. I mean, Crowder and Lacey, they work together a good bit of the time, and you can just tell how much they're trying to make sure they give each other room and don't wreck each other. They want to make sure one of the two of them gets the win. But there's somebody in third right now who wouldn't mind something falling her way for once tonight. "18 laps to go here from Kansas Speedway. Down the backstretch into turn 3. Lacey is trying so hard to keep Crowder behind. What would these guys do for a win? McCarthy shoved Lacey all the way through into turn 1. This is going to be an exciting finish here to what has been a really fantastic race. I mean, there has not been one single minute of racing out here that's been less than phenomenal, truthfully. Nothing shy of fantastic all night. Crowder and Lacey side by side for the last 3 laps now. Nobody can seem to get an edge. Matty Watkins having a little bit of a problem here. Looks like he's falling back to Smeal just a slight bit. We go back to the front, though. It's Crowder and Lacey. These two continue to battle. Crowder finally got around Lacey and clears him, and now here comes McCarthy to the inside. She's going to try to get around him. Not going to happen, and now they're going to try to just hold on. 14 laps to go this time. As McCarthy and Lacey falling back now, a half second behind Ashton Crowder. About 4/10 of a second, I guess now. He's gaining. Lacey is gaining. We're going to take a ride on board with Lacey as he's trying to push it here through the top side. He's gained ground. He's gained almost 2/10 of a second. We're going to go lap times here, show you guys what we've got. And that's showing between the wrong. Wrong one here is Lacey's last lap was just barely slower, but you can see over the last, or Crowder's was just barely slower the last lap, about a little over a tenth slower. This time around through 3 and 4, who's going to be the faster car on the track? It might be dead even, honestly. Crowder was just barely faster. He was 2/100ths faster that time by. Oh, Lacey hits the wall. Contact, it looked like from McCarthy. And that might effectively seal the deal for Crowder, barring a caution. And look who got up to third out of that deal. Matty Watkins has found his way from last of every car on the racetrack to third place and battling hard for second right now. Look at David Smeal. He's going to try to get around McCarthy. McCarthy made contact with Lacey, I believe. Got into the left rear of Lacey. And that's hurt her vehicle pretty tremendously in terms of speed, as it looks like David Smeal is going to get around, and he should not quite clear it yet, but it's looking like he's going to be able to have second here in just a few moments. Maybe another set of corners. Smeal sticking around the inside. Matty Watkins followed him through. They're both going to clear Kayla McCarthy. Not quite. Kayla looks like she almost got the wall out of 2. Ten laps to go, 9 to go, as Crowder's probably about to cross the start-finish line. Watkins trying to battle with McCarthy, letting it go. Crowder is 2 seconds ahead, just pulled away. The dominance has continued. McCarthy and Watkins battling for a podium finish here. And how about David Smeal getting back to the front too? I mean, he was really good throughout practice and qualifying. Was shocked that he wasn't up there sooner. But you see here, Lacey gets around Watkins. It looks like Watkins had a little bit of a problem. Oh, Watkins and Broderick have contact. Caution's going to come out.
Right, man. Caution is out. Caution is out.
Oh, my goodness. And that has changed everything. Matty Watkins, it was running so well. And apologies, we're not going to show a replay here, but I don't know what happened. It looked like Watkins went down the track right. Oh, wow. Just met right in the middle. Watkins and Broderick, their race is effectively over. And now it begs the question. What do you do now if you're the leader? I mean, I have no idea what the situation would be, what I would do right now, but we're about to find out what these guys have. 7 laps to go, and assume that there's going to be probably less than 5 to go here. Probably around 4 or 3 when we go back green. With that being said, I'll let you guys take it through pit stops, and I will be back in just a moment. All right, we return here. Again, a quick shout out to all of our sponsors this evening. Speed Demon Incorporated, Elevated Outdoors, and Affordable SEO. And some strategy has been played. There's a car out front right now who did not come down pit road. Christopher Lynn, gonna gather the points for a couple laps led. And we will see what he does here. It looks like he's gonna stay on the track. Maybe not having any more tires left, but we'll see. I see Ryan Chapman. Ryan Chapman looks like he had an issue on pit road, perhaps. What did I? Oh, he went dead. Okay, that wasn't what I thought happened. He just slowed down, I guess. We go back live, and there's Chris Lynn. Going to be out front. And I'd imagine the lights are going to go out on the pace car when we come back around and cross the start-finish line. Landon Lacey with some damage on the right front. Kayla McCarthy with some damage on the right front. I mean, Lacey's right side is pretty much gone. Maddie Watkins is out of the race. Ryan Broderick says he crashed. And take a look here under caution. Not sure what happened. Looks like nothing happened. We'll take it back to the live here. Oh, Broderick with the EOL is what I'm being told now. I understand what's going on. Thank you. Thank you, Josh Aaron. Again, our race control for this evening, giving us some great insight on what's going on within the race. So here we go. Pace lights are out. There will be 3 laps to go when we go back green. It will be a extremely long green-white checkered, but Chris Lynn out front has a chance to shock them all. Ashton Crowder has a chance to do what everybody expects Ashton Crowder to do. Landon Lacey has a chance to shock everybody who's seen Ashton Crowder dominate the majority of this race. Kayla McCarthy has a chance to come out and get a win. We'll see what happens. Will we see another caution? We've only seen 3 cautions tonight that were not for 3 cautions tonight that were not stage breaks. So a really clean race. And we turn around here and we will see what happens. Through 3 and 4 for the final time under caution, potentially. Pace car is out. Chris Lynn
Green flag.
leads him to the green. We're racing once again here at Kansas. And a great restart from Crowder, as it looks like he's going to be able to pull out and potentially pull ahead of Chris here out of turn number 2. Could that have sealed this race for Crowder? A lot of pushing and shoving going on right now here in this race. Mark Sikosi making a huge run to the inside. 4 wide. Sikosi, Chris Lynn, Smeal up into the fence. Huge wreck, and we're going to go green-white checkered. Oh, my goodness. David Smeal went for a wild ride as his race is over. Looks like Briggs Swope, his race is over as well. A huge wreck into turn 3. And we're gonna take a look at this here. We're gonna back it up just a little bit. We're gonna back her up just a little more here. We're gonna take a look from Smeal. From Smeal's perspective here. So here we go, from Smeal's perspective, right behind him. Now, what are we doing? Let's see if I can fix that. From his nose, that's what I wanted. So you can see everything go behind him. And out of nowhere, he is up in the fence, upside down, and the race is done. I'm going to take one more look at that. We're going to go on board with Mark Sikosi here. And take a look at that as we go down into turn 3. Just nowhere to go here. And some contact with Chris Lynn, and that sends everybody around. Mark goes around. Just a huge wreck here at the end of it. And with 3 laps to go, we are getting ready to go back racing. Take a look at, I guess we'll take a look at Smeal's wreck here from Brig Swope's view. And see what this looked like. Oh, yeah, what a view. What a view from Swope's cockpit. Yeah, absolutely. Racing Drill says racing deal 4 wide, no EOLs, and here we go. 3 laps left, and there's a lot of really good trucks still in the battle here. Looks as though we're going to have 11 cars finishing this race on a lead lap, potentially just 11 cars in the race in general. And from a time where I thought David Smeal had a chance to pull out a podium finish, he's now just sitting on pit road. So unfortunate for those guys. That was a huge wreck. Wish we could get them in here to talk, but looks as though we're getting set to go back green here in maybe just another lap or 2. Lights are out on the pace car, and we will be going green once again next time by. 6 caution of the night, 4 of them for racing incidents, and 2 of them from stage breaks. Again, just a fantastic race so far. We take a look out front. Ashton Crowder is your race leader so far. He's led the majority of the laps. I wish I had a count on how many laps he's led. But he's been well out front all evening, and we see him up here. Once again, he's going to lead us back to green. Second place, though, there's Kayla McCarthy, the 09 machine, trying to put herself up there in victory lane. Landon Lacey trying to go back-to-back and continue to be the only one to ever win in the National Sim Racing League Truck Series. Ryan Chapman trying to maybe get himself his first win. With that being said, we're set to go back racing. Pace car is going to pull in. And here we go. Green flag, green, white, checkered. And Ashton Crowder pulls out. He's got a huge lead in the turns 1 and 2. 4/10 of a second the lead, almost a half second already on second place. A lot of blocking going on in the back between McCarthy, Milliken, and Lacey. What are we going to see here? Coming to the white flag, Ashton Crowder leads them by 7/10 of a second. Kyle Milliken, McCarthy goes around. Not sure what happened there, but McCarthy ends up going around. Lacey's getting loose as well. Down the back straightaway, Jimmy Barr trying to take third away. Down into turn 3, everything Ashton Crowder wants to see. Nobody in sight. Out of turn 4, Ashton Crowder wins the Kansas 200 in the NSRL Truck Series. Kyle Milliken comes home second. Jimmy Barr comes home third. Landon Lacey fourth. Ryan Broderick fifth. Mark Sikosi, Justin Diltz, Ryan Chapman, Zach Scott, Ryan Chapman, Kayla McCarthy 10th. Chris Lynn does not finish the race in 11th. And what a finish we just witnessed here in this race. And we're going to go back and take a look here as we go to the white flag. What happened to McCarthy here? I mean, that's the real question. And we're going to look at it from Milliken's point of view. And it looks like a block gone wrong. Not quite sure what happened there. We'll have to get Milliken's side of everything here. But we're going to take a look as Ashton Crowder gets the race win. And he's going to burn him down. With that, we are going to bring down tonight's third place finisher. If I can find him. Oh, he's right here. He's already waiting for me. Jimmy Barr. And Jimmy, you had a extremely up and down night. And come away with the top 3 though. So just draw it out for us, man. What was tonight like for you from the cockpit?
It was definitely a roller coaster ride, man. I had a fast car, qualified pretty decent, and then just in the beginning of the race didn't have short run speed, had long run speed, but I did, dug myself a hole and then made some adjustments at that first stage break, and it just went the opposite way. I struggled way too much, and then that last stage I felt really, really good. I felt like I could get up into the top 10. Unfortunately, there's a little bit of, carnage that happened, but it's just, basically at the end of the day, just trying to stay patient, run my race, and not worry about all that, and just avoid it, and know that I had speed to get up there.
Yeah, it was definitely, like I said, a huge up and down race for you, and but as I said, good to have you make your way up to the front, get a top 3 out of it. I mean, yeah, you definitely had some pace in practice, enough to at least, and you qualified well. I mean, you qualified 6th, so just getting it put together.
Like I had a top 5 car, so it's top 3 is overshooting a little bit, but I'll take it any day. Definitely want to thank everybody in DraftKings, everybody in NSRL, you for broadcasting it, the PA Posse League, all that, for as Speed Demon, all that for for helping me out and getting me here.
All right. Well, that is Jimmy Barr, your third place finisher this evening. And with that, we're going to bring down our second place finisher, even though there's some controversy. It looks like they may be talking it out, but we're gonna bring him down here. Kyle Milliken, second place finish for you. Probably not the way you wanted to do it, but you do come home second place in a race that, just like I said for Jimmy, is the same for you, up and down throughout the night. Just kind of walk us through it and what happened at the end there.
Yeah, I mean, it's about where I figured I'd run to Ashton there. I mean, the race went good. I mean, I could put the truck anywhere tonight, and I think it showed us come up through the field, I think 3 times. But on the last lap there, I couldn't go any lower. I hope someone's not upset with me, but I mean, I went all the way to the white line. We went back and forth a little bit down the back straightaway, but no hard feelings on my end. Is what it is. I don't think race control will see any fault there either.
Yeah, it looked like just two drivers coming to trying to get to the white flag.
Hard racing.
But overall, a great race. I mean, hey man, we saw you finish second, stage 1. You were at that time the biggest mover in the race. Tonight, at the end of everything, you were not the biggest mover of the race. You were second by 1 spot short of being the biggest mover to Justin Diltz. So congrats to him. But Milliken, this really is about you. Anybody you want to shout out here before we bring Crowder into the booth?
Just my teammate. He had a rough night, and I think he passed about as many cars as I did. So shout out to Matty Watkins and Matty Watkins Designs there.
Yeah, Matty was one that we talked about a lot, especially in stage 3 once he got back on the lead lap, and an unfortunate
see you
turn of
next
events
week.
at the end. But yeah, good run, Kyle.
Yep, see ya.
That was Kyle Milliken, your second place finisher. And with that, we're going to go ahead and bring in our race winner, Ashton Crowder. And as if there was any doubt after the first 2 stages, the way they had went, you come out and put on one heck of a show yet again in the 3rd stage, and got the win. So just, I guess, walk us through it, because there were a couple moments where it was almost, I was kind of curious how you and Lacey were going to race each other. Just, I guess, walk us through it, like I said.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of figured he would give me more room than usual, and he did, so that really helped out. But I really did not want to be on the top there at all. Top really wasn't the place to be. At least in 1 and 2, you really wanted to be on the bottom. So that was kind of compromising, but uh, I don't know what kept happening to him. Like 15 laps into the run or something like that, he'd start falling back really quickly. So I don't know if he kept hitting the wall or what was going on there. Because like he would fall back and then he would put a good time together and then he'd fall back again. So I don't know what was going on. Maybe you could give me shine some light on what's going on there. But yeah, I mean it was just really hard racing, but it was really clean, and that's what we love to see out here.
I was about to say it was one of the best races I've ever got to witness on iRacing. So awesome job. One like I said, a hell of a win, and we look forward to seeing you again here in the Truck Series, man.
Heck yeah, man! It's a good time. I'm gonna have to do Road to Pro this year, so you know I either gotta get my stuff together in the truck or it's gonna be a painful time. And this my these yeah, these laps in here in the session were my first laps in weeks, and immediately I felt really comfortable, which is kind of rare in iRacing, to be away from it and then feel comfortable like first laps back on. So it led to good things, and you know, finishing first in both stages and then winning the race obviously is a testament to that.
All right, man. Well, like I said, awesome race. Anybody you want to shout out here before we head off?
Yeah, everybody at Charge Racing. We've gone through a couple of name changes in the past couple weeks, but we're sticking with Charge Racing, so shout out to that. Especially, Landon in here and Kayla, they're 2 on our team. Uh, let's see, Andrew Navarro. It's what the setup was. That's who the setup was based off of, and it was obviously very, very good. I didn't really have to do much. It basically drove itself. Just crazy how talented that guy is. Then Kenny Brady, Brennan Poole, everybody back at the shop. I didn't send the link to my grandparents or anything, so they're not watching. But I think my good friend Laurel is watching, so shout out to her. And then last but not least, well, you in the league, and then last but not least, Braxton Burmeister, wherever he is out there in the portal. Hopefully he can find a good team to land with. Who knows? San Diego State.
How about Grant Wells, though?
Who?
That's your new quarterback, Grant Wells from
Yeah.
Marshall. He's
Yeah,
good.
Then they got somebody. Who they get? Got somebody from Alabama. I feel like. I might be wrong. Anyways, we got a few good new people. And I want to say, the reason that I got this win tonight is because on New Year's Eve, I got to touch the Hokie Stone at Lane Stadium, and that means great things for your life. You know, a change is a man, and that was the reason why I won tonight. So shout out to that.
All right, man. Well, awesome win again, and again, hope to see you more as we move through the season.
Appreciate it. If I
Oops, I accidentally moved him out. Either way, awesome racing tonight. That wraps it up here from Kansas Speedway. I'm your host, Tyler Isley for Speed Demon Incorporated, Elevated Outdoors, Affordable SEO, and the NSRL, National Sim Racing League Elevated Outdoors Truck Series. We will see you guys next week with what